There are some aspects to fashion that I really strongly dislike, and when they rear their ugly head, it's just so frustrating. Howdy, y'all. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are healthy. I just wanted to bring you guys a quick video in light of a, very unfortunate and sad piece of news in fashion. Virgil Abloh, the creative director for Louis Vuitton, as well as the creator and creative director of Off-White, has unfortunately passed away. And I wanted to bring you guys a video because I see something happening that kind of makes my blood boil. But before I get to that, to Virgil's family, his friends, anybody affected by this, my condolences, and the world will miss this individual. Whether you love him or you hate him, he is indefinitely someone whose influence and impact on the fashion world will be seen and just read about in textbooks. The injection of streetwear into high fashion is really facilitated by Virgil specifically. He's one of the biggest names in fashion, one of the most rapidly rising individuals in fashion in the past decade, and he will be sorely, sorely missed. Virgil's influence or his impact on fashion has been just felt throughout the entire world. He really did change the landscape of fashion as we know it. He was able to bring streetwear into the high-end space, and it worked. It worked to the point where he's Louis Vuitton's creative director. I don't know what's more telling than that, but he was able to bring such a lighthearted and whimsical and just a youthful feel to a fashion house that's over a century old. But yeah, Virgil is just an icon. Whether you like him or you hate him for whatever reason, he was a man of the people. But what I wanted to talk about today isn't specifically about Virgil himself, but something that I've seen just because of the death of an influential individual, and it really does get me heated, unfortunately. So, something that I have noticed, and not just in this situation of Virgil Abloh's passing, but I just cannot stand, and I find it so disgusting when individuals at least attempt or have benefited from the death of someone else. It is one of the worst things I can imagine, and to further explain, I've recently seen some listings of Virgil Off-White design sneakers that have really skyrocketed in price just because of Virgil's passing. And this isn't specific to Virgil Abloh. This runs rampant for anybody that passes. And I've seen it, I think I remember specifically when Kobe had passed away. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant sneakers were going for exorbitant prices just because the individual had passed away. And I think that people trying to make money off of the death of another individual is just so unethical, so ridiculous, and the ramifications for people that really, really love the individual or will love the product. Say you're someone who is a big fan of Kobe Bryant or a big, big fan of Virgil Abloh. There were many of both. If you wanted a Kobe Bryant sneaker or an Off-White sneaker, something like that, I mean, already prices tend to get very high, but then we're just inflated by the passing of the individual behind that product. So if you either love the product or love the individual, it's already relatively inaccessible. The prices that are on the resale market and the prices that people are charging for these products are sometimes relatively inaccessible, but then it becomes that much more inaccessible when it these exorbitant prices are just inflated just because the individual behind them has passed. I think it is just awful. Absolutely awful. And it really, really sucks because it happens almost every single time someone influential passes. And it's just such a, it really blows my mind. And I mean, I understand people trying to make money. I understand people taking advantage of a situation where they can make a quick buck. But ethically, morally, it just doesn't make sense to me. Now, as a result of this video, I'm not trying to make resale prices go down. I'm not trying to change anybody's, like, what anybody does. I'm not trying to virtue signal anybody. However, I really just want to call this, I don't know what to even call it, this practice out, just because I think it is so absolutely horrible for someone to want to benefit off of the death of someone. And I know I keep repeating myself here, but it just kind of blows my mind a little bit. You know, the people who really want to memorialize and appreciate this person's life, it's just that much harder to do it because the prices that they have to pay are now going to be that much more inaccessible. But to further illustrate my point, I just wanted to bring up, I looked up the newest, I don't know if it's the newest, but the newer Jordan 2 that Off-White had collaborated with, and I just saw that the prices just dramatically spiked. Like, I think almost double in resale price the day of Virgil Abloh's passing. And I was like, that's kind of ridiculous. And then to kind of bring it back a couple of, like, over a year ago now, I remember that when Kobe Bryant had passed, that was when I was thrifting really, really often, multiple times a week, and I went to, I think it was a Savers or something like that. So a Savers, where things are really cheap, it's like usually, especially shoes for the most part. I saw multiple pairs of Kobe shoes, and they were charging literally $200 at a thrift store for them, which I guarantee you, before Kobe's passing, they were much, much less than that. Even thrift stores taking advantage of the passing of the individual. Oh man, it just, I've already said it. I've already said it multiple times, but it blows my mind, and I'm heated. Unfortunately, I don't think that's something that's going to change. I don't think that's something that can be fixed. People are going to try and make a quick buck however they can. So, I just want you guys to be aware, and I want to know what you guys think. Is this something that is reasonable to be upset about? Is this something that's unavoidable? Is there any way that we can fix it? I don't think so personally. I can't imagine a way, but I want to know what you guys think. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to kind of bring up in this quick video. I hope you guys have a good day. If you're affected by this, my condolences. And I'll see you guys in the next video.